Hi there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Silla. Please do not forget to subscribe, comment, like and also share this video. Guys, Minnie Dlamini has finally opened up about her failed marriage and divorce from Quentin Jones. She went to Relebogile Mabota's show to detail where it all went wrong. She was heard saying that at some point it was all her fault. It was all her doings, you guys. So please take a listen to this. Do share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also subscribe if you have not yet done so, because I will definitely see you on my next upload. Thank you so much for watching this video.
What would you say the core reason is? And I'm not talking about the surface level.
Right.
The real deep reason on why your marriage had to end.
I mean, first of all, I think what people need to also understand is that when a marriage ends, it doesn't end at the announcement. You know, it didn't end the day before the announcement. It ends years before that, or, you know, months before that, or however long, you know, people's individual journeys are. So by the time I announced, I mean, I'd gone through a lot of the processes of it. So it was actually quite a relief, because I felt like, you know, I was sneaking around and, you know, because I didn't want people to know. But in actual fact, it was done. And at the time of the announcement, it actually felt like a really big relief and a big weight off my shoulders of something that I'd been carrying for a while. But I think for me, it was a matter of, I personally, in my journey, I think I didn't understand myself. I didn't know what it was that I wanted. I grew up in a marriage with my mom and my dad. And
family is such a big thing for you.
Huge, massive. And I never imagined getting divorced. I always thought that I would raise my kids the same way that I was raised, like ride or die, do or die, you know, that's what I thought. But you go through life and you realize that when you start to step back and realize, was I mature enough to get married at that stage? Was it the right time for me? Did I know what I wanted? Was I secure enough in living life the way that I wanted to live before I could settle down? Is that settling down supposed to feel like a prison, or is it supposed to be an extension and a growth? And I just felt like for me, timing was off, but I didn't know myself. And then furthermore, I went on to further lose myself in my marriage. So it ending for me in a weird way, outside of the pain and all of that goes with it, was an opportunity for me to have a second chance at life.
Do you still today, in full hindsight, look at it as a failure?
I think the failure part is on my part, from not being able to pick up what was right for me at a time before I went all the way. And I failed myself. You know, in relationships, you always know, you know, when you look back, you're like, but that was a red flag, or that was a red flag, and that was great. Well, you're a red flag. Yeah. You know, there's so many, I'm not, you know, pushing the blame in any shape or form, but, you know, you're either a red flag and you're not acknowledging it, or they're a red flag, or they have red flags and you're not acknowledging it. I just was not at a point where I was willing to trust myself and what I wanted. And ultimately, I think that's why my marriage ended.
So I don't believe in marriages ending as them being failures. I genuinely see them as they ran the course they were meant to.
Sure.
And obviously I have not been married, so I don't understand.
Don't do it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just kidding.
Listen, many people say this because I almost feel like something happens to your psyche when it is official that makes you behave and do things a certain way, especially because of how we were raised, the responsibility that is placed on the woman. So the failure usually is placed on the wife's part.
100%.
That you didn't do something.
Yeah.
You were for the streets. You didn't want to be, no, maybe, yeah, this one, she doesn't look like she can cook egg trial.
Right.
You know, so I think just from that perspective.
That's very sad.
It is, but I think things are shifting now that we're having more conversations, open conversations. So when you are ready, I feel like I should come and produce your 3-part special on the divorce.
Just on the divorce?
Yes.
Nah.
And you know why? You know why? Because all the things you said just right now are the realest things you could say.
Right.
That I didn't know myself.
Right.
That's as real as it gets. You didn't sit here pointing fingers. You were like,
it was me. Yeah. I didn't know myself. I really, for me, it's one of those things where I look at the situation, and I'm so grateful for my son. He's the greatest blessing, and I'll always be grateful for my marriage because it gave me my son. But I'm excited to live my life moving forward in my truth. And I think that's another thing, just to segue back to the film, is that when you watch The Honeymoon, it's fun and it's lively, but that's one of the messages that comes through really beautifully, is live your truth and don't be afraid to, because we don't know how much time we have, you know, and it would be so disappointing to look back and not do the things that you wanted to do and not live the life that you wanted to live. You know, I felt like I had to reduce myself in so many ways, and I wasn't able to live, the best version of myself. And I feel like a marriage should never be something that clips your wings, but should be something that allows you to grow a second pair.
complements your life and enhances your growth.
Absolutely.